Hi guys, I'm Solaris. Welcome to my channel, Solaris Fairy Astrology and Tarot, where I channel for you all sorts of psychic messages to help you in your love life using astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards. Today's video is, what have they realized about you and about this connection? In addition to this reading, I'm also offering an extended where I'm going to channel for you more about what has your person realized about you, what does your person think and feel about you now, advice about your connection, and what should you do in regards to your person. So if you're curious about that, then definitely check out the extended. Today you have 3 piles to choose from. The first pile is a rose lychee gelato, a rose quartz crystal, and the Blissful Dolphin tarot cards. Pile 2 features a mint chocolate chip gelato, a green obsidian crystal, and the good tarot. Pile 3 features mango gelato, a blue obsidian crystal, and the Fairies oracle deck. When you have chosen the pile you would like to watch, go to the description box and scroll down to where you see the timestamps. Click on the timestamp that matches your pile, and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Bye! Hi Pile 1! Welcome to your reading today where we are focusing on what have they realized. I realized I haven't done this video in a while, so it is time for it. I am so glad you guys are here. You guys, of course, have picked the rose lychee gelato. So delicious. I'm glad that you guys are here for like summer vibes. Also, you guys have picked this beautiful rose quartz, and you guys have picked my Blissful Dolphin tarot cards. All right, so we're going to get right to it. I'm glad you guys are here. I'll put your rose quartz in frame to bless your reading. And I'm going to jump right in to a relationship spread to see, 1, this is a verification if this is your pile, and 2, to see what have they realized. Okay, so for you on your side, I'm going to see what you've realized. And then I'm going to see on their side, what are they currently realizing at the moment? Then, what have they already realized in the past? What will they realize about you over the course of the next 3 months? And then, what will they realize about you and this connection beyond a 3 months time? Okay, I am going to take reversals for the tarot. So, let's see here. So I get, okay, well, first of all, you have realized that your person is not taking action. I get the Emperor in reverse. So I get that you've realized that your person is not taking action on you, and that maybe they're observing you but not taking action, or maybe they're not moving this connection forward in the way that you would like, or they might not be participating very much in this connection. They also might be, you might have realized that they are in their distorted masculine, or that they are in more of like, I don't want to say a cowardly space, but that they're not being brave right now, or that they're not taking action towards you when maybe you thought that they would, or you hoped that they would. So you're realizing they're not taking action on you. And again, this is just your side. So Emperor energy is Aries energy. So your person might be in Aries. I also get the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, that maybe they are participating with you in some way, or they did give you some kind of real offer in some way, or maybe you were hoping they would take action on if you gave them an offer, or maybe you were hoping that they would give you a concrete offer, but they haven't, at least not as of yet. So it seems like there's this offer, there is a not taking action on it card, and then I get the 8 of Pentacles that you, oh wait, no, yeah, 8. This card is also a very interesting card to me. The reason why is because it's the 8 of Pentacles, but there are only 7 pentacles that are actually drawn on the card. So it's almost kind of like maybe you realized that you have to be patient and that things take time, and that this is something that could build or grow over time. And then the 8 of Pentacles is about being reliable. So maybe you realize that while your person gave you a concrete offer and have been very reliable for you and have been building this over time, this connection, that they're still not taking action on you. Maybe you've been patient, maybe you've been hopeful, maybe you've been reliable for them, maybe you've been present there. But it seems like that you feel like your person's not taking action on you, or not progressing this connection forward as fast or as much as you would like, or as much as it needs to be. but there's an interesting dynamic. Or maybe they're not taking action on you, but in the past they have, or on some level they have given you an offer. On some level, or maybe you're realizing you have to give them an offer, or that you have to be reliable for them, or that you have to be patient in this connection. So it's an interesting thing. Or maybe you feel like sometimes they give you an offer and that they are reliable and that they're consistent in your life, and that other times they drop off and that they're not. So it seems like there's an inconsistency on your side. So maybe you are confused. Maybe you're like, I'm confused, Solaris, why my person doesn't take action on me, yet at the same time is kind of always constant and always there and always around. You might have a person that's always kind of lurking around, but not actually like taking action on you. So it's a very interesting dynamic. There's also a mixture between fire sign and earth sign energies. So there's a mixture between Aries and earth signs. So I want to say Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energies show up for you. What is your person currently realizing? And maybe this is what you're realizing. Maybe you're like, I'm realizing that they weren't taking action, but now they are. Or maybe you're like, wow, they're not taking action, but I'm realizing that they're still kind of always around. So you have a conflict on your side of what you're realizing, or there's like a duality that you're realizing. Maybe you're like, I'm realizing my person has two sides. One side, they don't take action, and the other side, they're around, they make an offer, and they're consistent and they're reliable. And it's interesting. So maybe they're consistent for a period of time, but then after that, they drop it off and they can't anymore. So you also might be confused. You may have a hard time getting clarity about this connection. Your person also is having a hard time having realizations right now. So they are currently realizing that they can't take action. So you're both on the same page there. So you're realizing your person can't take action, and they're also realizing maybe that you don't take action. So maybe both of you are kind of in your corners, seeing this situation as like, well, I was waiting for the other person to make a move, but neither of you have been, or neither of you are. Or maybe they were waiting for you to come forward and you didn't, and you were waiting for them to come forward and they didn't. So the Ace of Wands in reverse is feeling like they're realizing that maybe you guys are not having the new beginning that they were hoping for. Maybe they're realizing that, and I almost feel like, we'll see if this comes up in the future, it's almost kind of like they thought you guys would have a new beginning by now. Oh, and you probably thought that you guys would have had a new beginning by now. And it also seems like you both are waiting for the other person maybe to take action. It also seems like maybe they're realizing they can't take action at this time frame, and that there needs to be a different timing, or that timing is an issue in this connection. Also, it seems like I think they were hoping that this connection would grow, but they're realizing that it hasn't reached that, or isn't growing the way they hope it is, because these butterflies are in reverse. And almost like you guys hoped that maybe this could transform and change, and it hasn't been happening. So there's this kind of energy. And then I'm getting the Three of Cups in reverse. Your person is realizing, if there's a third party, that your person is realizing that the third party is interfering in this connection, or they can't take action while there's a third party influence, whether you are in a connection or they are, or whether a third party is a child or a family member or a career or a friend. It seems like with the Three of Cups in reverse, it's like they're realizing on their side currently that they can't take action if there's a third party situation, or that they have to release a third party, or that a third party has to be released in order to take action and have a new beginning here, or to change and transform this connection here. It also seems like your person is realizing that they are not having fun, and they are not happy or content with how this dynamic has been going. So they're realizing that they feel unfulfilled, and that they would like something deeper, that they're unfulfilled by the lack of connection and lack of intimacy in this connection. Also, I'm getting the Ten of Cups in reverse. So we have two cards that are usually pleasure, happiness, celebration, and joy in reverse. So your person's realizing they're not happy. They're not happy with probably the low level of connection, and they're not happy with not being able to take action on you, and they're not happy with not being able to have a new beginning here in this connection. So I feel like your person's having a lot of realizations, and a lot of times when your person isn't happy, that's when they can make change. So it seems like they're realizing they're not happy with an aspect or a dynamic of your connection, and they want it to improve and get better or be better. What have they realized fully in the past? They have completely realized, yes, they've completely realized that they haven't been able to make a decision on you as their empress. So I get the Judgment in reverse. Yeah. Judgment in reverse, which represents your person realized that they were unable to make a choice or unable to make a decision, or they realized that their higher self was guiding them, because I always see Judgment as like their soul making a decision for them. Their higher self was guiding them or alerting them or warning them or giving them a strong message that their higher self was guiding them to maybe not make a decision or not take action or not make a choice with this. Maybe they realized that they had to end things, because I do get the World. Maybe they also realized they needed to go on a trip or they needed to travel somewhere and the timing wasn't right to get together with you. If there's a geographic distance, or if there is traveling on your or their side. So there is that. Interesting on this card, the World, I'm getting the elements. I'm getting earth, fire, air, water, because I'm getting them all here. So it's interesting here where I feel like your person feels like or realized that you bring all of the elements to the table that they would want, and that you would be their empress with the Empress card, but that maybe they weren't able to choose you with the Judgment in reverse and the Empress and the World. Maybe they realized that they can't choose you until something ends or completes in their life and frees them up and makes them more available. Also, maybe they realized in the past that you were not coming forward or nurturing them the way that they wanted. Maybe they realized like, well, pile one's not going to come forward for me if I'm not, if I'm still involved in a situation or I'm not available, or, pile one is not coming forward for me. And it's interesting how I'm getting the Emperor in reverse and the Empress in reverse, almost like a partnership or a pairing that hasn't been actualized. It's like the Emperor and the Empress go together. So your person saw that you could be their Empress, and you see that your person could be your Emperor. But if you guys are in no or low contact or in separation right now, you might be feeling like, and your person's realizing, that you're both realizing that you guys are a really good pair, a really good fit for each other, maybe even a divine counterpart or a divine pairing or a divine fit, but that you guys are not able to or haven't been able to make it happen. So it also feels like, again, that your person's realizing like, my person, pile one, is not moving forward for me. We're not able, like neither of us are making the first move here. What they're going to realize in the near future, over the course of the next few months, is they're going to realize that, well, yeah, King of Swords, I feel like your person is stuck, or they feel like they have to reject you, or maybe you guys have broken up, or maybe you guys have not been able to make this happen. So I feel like you guys are in a really difficult spot. They might realize with the King of Swords in reverse that they're like, I know I'm not available or free to talk to pile one the way that I want to be. It seems like for whatever reason, you guys are in separation or no or low contact from what I'm getting from this pile. And again, if this is not your situation, this is probably not your pile, even if it's pretty. That it seems like you guys are in no low contact separation, that you guys feel like you guys would be a really good match together, but that you guys are not together. And over the next few months, it seems like there might be a situation that is blocking you guys from being together externally, job, relationship, geography, something like that. And that there's something that is blocking you guys from being together, and that they're realizing, you know what, I don't like that I'm not able to talk to pile one the way I want. They're realizing, I don't like not being able to communicate with pile one. I don't like not being friends with pile one. I don't like that I have to be in a distorted version of myself. I don't like that I am in my distorted masculine. So they're going to be realizing over the next few months that they're in a distorted masculine and how they don't like it. They're also going to realize that they don't like not receiving your love and affection. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, your person's going to realize they don't like it when you guys aren't able to give love to each other freely, that they don't like not being in a romantic relationship with you. and that they don't like it. And I feel like your person is having a lot of clarity over the next few months that they don't like not being friends, they don't like not being lovers, they don't like not being in a relationship. And Four of Wands, marriage or strong commitment or partnership. They don't like not, so it's like your person's realizing they don't have anything with you and they hate that. They're unsatisfied with the lack of connection, with the lack of love that they're getting. They're unsatisfied not being able to be friends, not being able to be lovers, not being able to be in a commitment, not being able to be in a relationship. So your person is going to realize that they are unhappy with the Three of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse, with not being able to have a new beginning, not being able to take action on you. And honestly, the Ace of Wands is also a sexual card, not being able to, be sexual with you. So they are realizing their great unhappiness of not being able to have this. And then in the future beyond 3 months' time, they're going to realize that I feel like they're going to realize it was their fault that they never took action on you, that the situation has never really moved forward, that they're going to realize that it's like they're not really getting peace from this inactivity, or they're going to realize, like, you know what, it's their fault. They didn't, they're going to take accountability and responsibility. It's their fault they didn't take action on you. And I feel like your person is going to be upset, realizing that they could have moved this forward and didn't, or that they could have taken action on you but didn't. So I feel like your person is going to actually have a lot of realizations, and they're going to realize so much about how they are not happy with how this dynamic was. All right. I want to see, what is your person realizing right now? I want to see how the Hermit Tarot, and I want to see how it correlates and connects to what's going on with this. Ooh, yes. Okay, that's good. I'm not taking, okay. I'm not going to take reversals for oracles. Okay, so yes, your person is actually realizing a lot right now, and I feel like they have realized a lot. So this is actually very interesting, actually, with the way that it correlates to the tarot. I feel like your person may just continue to have the same realizations that they've already had, but to a higher level of intensity. So number one, they're going to realize that they need to get therapy. They're going to realize that they need professional advice about you and about this connection. They're going to realize that maybe they've gotten themselves entangled into something in their life that has been making them so miserable and so unhappy and restricted that, or at least something that's been blocking the two of you from getting together so much, that your person needs a professional to help them. They need next level help. So your person needs next level help. They need professional advice. They realize that they need help with you so that they can be able to navigate these waters. I get you are my everything. So I feel like your person feels like, oh my gosh, but nobody compares to pile one. You are the number one pile, right? So you're pile number one. You are number one. And you got the Empress card that shows up as you. So that's beautiful, but them not being able to have you because it's in reverse. So I get with the you are my everything, that you are everything. You are the Ten of Cups for your person. You are the Ten of Pentacles for this person. And they got the Ten of Cups, but it was in reverse. So you are their everything, but they don't know if you feel the same way. So they're realizing that they don't know if you feel the same way about them as they feel about you. So I sometimes wonder if you care. So I feel like they're like, I know my feelings. I have realized my feelings towards pile one, but I'm also very aware that I don't know if they really truly feel it mutually back for me the way that I feel it for them. And also, not only are they feeling like they don't know if you feel it the same, but they also don't know if you would choose them if it became between like them and other people. So they're not sure about that either. So there is this. I'm also getting 10, 13, 4, 8, and 9. So number combinations are January 3rd or the 13th of the month. I'm getting 4, so I'm getting April 13th, April 10th, April 8th, April 9th. I'm getting October 13th, October 4th, October 8th, October 9th. I'm getting August 4th, August 13th, August 10th, August 9th. I'm getting September 8th, September 4th, September 13th, September 10th. Any other combinations? I think that's it. And then January, of course, with the ones. So these are numbers that are coming through. Also, I feel like your person is like, I'm realizing that, and I was feeling like a cowardly vibe, but I didn't want to like insult them. So it says that they realize that they're afraid to talk to you. They're realizing that especially with the King of Swords in reverse, not only are they realizing it or have they realized this now, but they're going to be continuously reminded of this as the future continues on. So that they're continuously or repeatedly afraid to talk to you. And how important you are. You are my everything and you matter. So they are very, very sure about your importance to them and your importance in their life. So I don't feel that this connection is a lack of love. I don't feel that there is a lack of connection here. I get that there is a lack of being able to have each other or choose each other, or maybe waiting for the other one to take a move, but both people have been in their passive energies. But it seems like that there's a situation where your person understands your value though, and they understand your beauty. It says, you are so beautiful, why do you need me? So they're saying like, you are such a beautiful soul inside and out. You are such a wonderful light. You are somebody that is so kind and compassionate and beautiful and sweet, that you are so physically, visually gorgeous to your person. They're very attracted to you visually. So there is a lot of this. So they have realized your beauty as a person, which goes even deeper than your physical beauty, which they're attracted to. How important you are as a person, how much you mean to your person, how valuable you are to your person, that they don't know if your emotions are as deep as theirs or if you care for them as much as they care for you. And they're realizing maybe their level of anxiety when it comes to talking to you. So there is this. All right, now I'm going to see what are they realizing in regards to light side, shadow side messages, which is always very helpful because I'm curious about their deeper, darker places and how aware of those are they. Because when we are not aware of our shadow, we can continuously keep doing things that keep us stuck. So let's see here. So what has your person realized about you already? And then I'm going to do a separate pile for what will they realize about you over the next 3 months. We'll look at the near future. We'll keep it that. Okay, so that is what they've already realized. And then what will they realize over the next 3 months? And I'm not going to take reversals for these oracles. Okay. All right, so what they've already realized, light side message, you are my queen. That's how I want to treat you. So they've realized you are the Empress. They've realized that they want to treat you this way, but they've also realized they haven't been treating you that way, or they've been wanting to or intending to treat you better, but they may have anxieties that block them or get in the way. One of the anxieties is, I'm keeping secrets from you. So I feel like they might even be keeping secret that you are their queen or that they value you in this way. So they may not have actually voiced or told you just how important to them you are. So it seems like they have been really closed off about some important details and they haven't felt comfortable or safe sharing them with you. It says, I know it's hard, but please be patient with me, which is interesting because we got that 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles card on your side in regards to what you've realized. So it seems like maybe what you're realizing or what you've realized is you're like, well, maybe I need to be more patient. Maybe I need to give my person more time. Maybe this is something that comes later, or maybe I need to wait until something is finished so that we can have a chance to be together. So it seems like maybe what you've realized in conjunction to this is that maybe both of you have realized about the timing in this connection being so important and crucial in regards to being able to take action on each other. And it says it was like a fairy tale when we met. So your person is realizing that it was like a fairy tale, or they've realized that it was a fairy tale when you guys met. They've already realized your impact of your first meeting or of your first few weeks after meeting. So your person realizes how much you've impacted them and how much it was like fantasy for them. And then it says, I found safety in the silence between us. So your person has realized that they have less anxiety when you guys don't talk, or they have less anxiety when you guys interact less, because talking to you it seems like, triggers them because they're afraid to talk to you. So when they talk to you, they get anxiety. And so not talking to you gives them less anxiety. And so they've realized that actually they feel emotionally safer when you guys don't talk. And they might be now in a pattern of silence or bouts of silence, cycles of silence. But they're going to realize that they actually don't like not talking to you. So feeling safe and their desire of what they want are going to start conflicting with each other, because they're going to be like, well, I feel safe when I don't talk to pile one, but the conflict in that is that I really want to talk to pile one and I miss them and I care for them, so I don't want to not talk to them or not be in their life. So there are two conflicting desires going on in your person right now, where they have a desire for safety but they have a desire for connection, and those two are opposing each other right now. What they will realize about you over the course of the next few months, it says, maybe we're too different and that's why we disagree and fight. So your person is going to realize that maybe you guys have differences that are challenging, and so challenging that it's hard to overcome them. So your person is going to realize that you guys have these obstacles that are very, very different or very difficult to overcome. Also, if you guys have situations where you guys have butted heads in the past or have fought in the past, that would be a situation. Being apart has changed my life. They're going to realize that actually not being with you has actually created a catalyst in their life, which has maybe brought them down a different life destiny or a different life path. And they're going to realize that not being with you has actually changed the course of their life. Wherever you are is home to me. But they also feel, and maybe they've had different places that were home, but it seems like that being with you is somewhere where they feel very, very much at home, and they want to be at home with you. So they're going to realize that even though not being with you has altered the direction that their life has taken, that it doesn't replace, or it makes them miss that feeling of home when they're with you. And then it says, my emotions are like a roller coaster right now. So your person is going to realize over the next few months just how triggered they get in regards to you, how emotional they are. And that's positive, because I like how they are realizing that they might need therapy or professional advice or professional support. So that's helpful. So yeah, it seems like your person's going to realize just how triggered they get or how emotional they get. And it seems like they also want the best for you. So they also realize they want the best for you. So if you guys are like star-crossed lovers, if you guys are in a situation where you guys have a lot of love for each other, but you can't be together because of some big obstacle or some big situation, I feel like that this is this pile. And I feel like your person realizes they want the best for you, even if it makes them upset or emotional, even if it means that you have to choose somebody else because you guys can't be together for whichever way. So it seems like your person has realized those things. All right, so now I'm going to give you your final message, and I will have an extended, which I will go into explaining at the end of this video. One, because I don't know where I'm going with it yet, and so I will pick some cards. I'm going to do 4 piles today in regards to what is their hidden truth. I'm also going to pull cards from the Stellar Energy Oracle. Oh, well, you got 2. Okay, so you got an extra bonus message this pile. And then I'm going to pull 2 cards from Messages from Divine Masculine to see what is your person realized. And then you're going to be, this is interactive, so you're going to pick a pile. And you're going to pick which pile connects to you or resonates with you. And that will be messages from your person. Okay, so the first pile I'm going to symbolize with this beautiful blue Caribbean calcite pyramid. The second pile I'm going to symbolize with this clear quartz. Third pile I'm going to symbolize with this rose quartz. And then the fourth pile I'm going to symbolize with this fluorite pyramid. Okay, so feel free to pick between piles 1, 2, 3, and or 4. And you can pick multiple piles if you feel really, really drawn to multiple piles. But I would say probably pick one, and that will be your final message from your person. You can pause the video if you need to and unpause whenever you're ready. Okay, guys. So first of all, I just want to speed through all of the stuff that I must say at the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys being here with me and liking and commenting on it. I appreciate you sharing it on your social media and spreading the word and telling your friends. If you guys have not subscribed, I want to invite you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell that says all, so you guys will get updates of whenever I release new videos, even though for the next few months I'll be releasing them every Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching my ads for 30 seconds. You can put them on mute and then they won't bother you. And after 30 seconds, you can return back to this video and I'll get credit. And thank you guys for all the donations you've made to the channel. If you guys would like to donate, it helps me keep this channel going and get different card decks and crystals for you, which will help me channel for you about your love life. If you go to the description box, you can see my PayPal, my Venmo, and there's a super thanks button as well where you can donate through those methods. And if you want a private reading, you can go to fairyastrology.com. My link is in the description box, and I'll give readings in 15-minute intervals where I channel for you based on your love life or anything else using astrology, tarot, and oracle. And I can do that over the phone or a video call. All right, guys. So back to your final message for you guys who have picked this beautiful blue Caribbean calcite. Your person realizes just how much they have not opened up to you. So I feel like that your person says or realizes how much that they have hid themselves from you, how much they've hid who they really are. And they might worry that if you knew who they really were, that you wouldn't love them or you wouldn't like them, or if you knew this flaw, that you would reject them in some way. So I feel like your person feels like they've hid a lot of maybe their truer self, or maybe their worries or their anxieties, or things that they like, things they don't like. So it seems like they might feel like you don't really truly know them. But it seems like they've realized they would like to have a happy ending with you, and maybe something this fall would be able to happen between the two of you, because I get happy ending and bountiful harvest with a pumpkin. So maybe they're planning on making a move during this fall because they're realizing they don't like being separated. So there is this piece. Then I get observing your social media to find out more information about you. So they know that you guys probably don't really truly know each other very well. And I feel like that this is a connection where I don't feel like it's super new, but I also feel like maybe you guys haven't been able to really get to know each other so well. So I feel like your person might be trying to find out information about you on social media. They're hiding who they are. They don't know really who you are. So I feel like they're trying to get to know you through the methods available to them. And it says, despite our separation, my heart still belongs to you. So they realize that even though you guys are not together, just how much they have romantic feelings for you, and how much they value you, how much they have feelings for you, maybe even over others. So it seems like they are very much aware that no matter how much time apart you guys have spent, that they still have romantic feelings for you. So there is that. For those of you who have picked this quartz, your person has realized how much they want you. So I get the card that says, I want you. Also divine timing. They've also realized how important divine timing is between you and in this connection. So they're very aware of their desire for you, and they're very aware that there has to be a timing element at play. I also feel like this pile, with needing to maybe pursue you in the fall, is also aware of a timing element. And that has come up in this earlier part of the reading as well. So I do feel like timing is a very important factor here. And it says, debating whether to reach out to you or not, and you are my guiding light, so don't ever stop shining. If your person goes to you from time to time for advice, they might be wondering about that because you are a guiding light to your person. I feel like your person sees you as somebody they look up to, somebody that can really help them. And it does seem like they're realizing that they need professional advice. So they might be trying to get advice from you or others. So I do feel like your person might need some help or might ask you for this. And it does seem like they are debating whether to reach out. And they might need to reach out in the right timing. So they might be like, do I reach out now? Do I reach out later? When can I reach out? Then I get the rose quartz crystal. So for those of you who have picked this one, your person is feeling, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you in paralyzing fear. So that is actually pretty intense, especially because the Stellar Energy Oracle doesn't have too many intense cards, but this is one of them. This is like a Nine of Swords tarot card. So it seems like your person has realized that they stay awake ruminating and having anxiety and panic attacks and fear in regards to you. So that really connects to where your person's realizing that they're like an emotional roller coaster. So there is that piece. So yes, I feel like your person has realized just how much they think about you, how much they stay awake thinking about you, how much anxiety and fear that they have in regards to you. And because of the anxiety, when they think up or stay up late having anxiety about you, it guides them to take action, where it says, you inspire me to take action. So when or during the nights where they are staying awake thinking about you, that is when they take action towards you. They might say hi, they might message you, they might look at your social media to find out information about you. That might be the time period where they want to see you in person. So it seems like that they might reach out during times of anxiety because they need reassurance or they need soothing. And that says, I used to believe we were incompatible in the past. So I do feel like that this really connects to the section where they feel like maybe you guys are too different. So maybe they're afraid that your differences are incompatible, or maybe they felt like even your lifestyles are incompatible, or an external obstacle or an external situation is happening where they feel like, well, we're star-crossed lovers, we can't be together. Like, I kind of feel like this is the star-crossed lover pile. For those of you who have picked this final crystal, this fluorite pyramid, your person feels, I wish things could be different. I feel like they wish that there were different circumstances going on, that you guys had different lifestyles or different lives, that you guys could be together and something else was different. I get inner voice. Okay, so they wish they could follow their inner voice. They might also be getting higher spiritual guidance. They might have a hard time trusting it. Also, this is the full moon, so the full moon might be important between you guys around this connection here. So your person is feeling very strongly intuitive with their inner voice. And also, yes, the full moon can also be like intense emotions, especially because your person is feeling the intensity of our connection can be daunting, but also a blessing. So they feel like you are a blessing in their life, like you are their everything, you matter, you're important. But also they're feeling a lot of intense emotions when they think about you or talk to you. And so there's a lot of intensity that goes on in their life or in their mind or body or their head about you. And then it says, envisioning you naked in my bed every time I pleasure myself in private. So your person feels an intense sexual attraction to you as well. And maybe they wish they could act on that, because with the Ace of Wands in reverse, where what they are currently realizing is how they can't act on it, it seems like that's another aspect of what they wish could be different. So they're realizing that they wish they could act on the sexual passion or the sexual connection between the two of you. All right, so now we're going to go to what I'm going to cover for you in the extended. Okay, so I have a couple of decks that I'm going to use for you guys, and I'm going to pick topics or questions that I'm going to answer for you in the extended. So first of all, I'm going to get more information in regards to how they're thinking and feeling about you right now, and what are they realizing or what have they realized. With the chocolate candy kisses, sugar rush of love, their late night thoughts about you, and the mysterious heart. So we're going to see those things. I also have this big mixed together Doreen Virtue / Tony, deck that I'm going to use for you guys in regards to advice. What advice does Spirit have for you in regards to this connection? What should you do maybe? So for this pile, it seems like maybe you guys might feel like star-crossed lovers and feel like you guys can't take action, or both of you are passive waiting for the other person to do something. So it seems like, or maybe the timing is off and you guys are waiting for the right timing. So we're going to see here what's some advice for you. And then 2 cards in regards to what does Spirit want for me to answer for you in regards to your person in this dynamic. Should you wait or should you move on? That's a very good question, because timing, it does seem as important. And it does seem like we're going to check to see, should you wait or should you move on? I'm going to see that with the timing deck, because I want to see for you guys, when would your person be able to take action on you if they were to? So we're going to look at it with, should you wait or should you move on with the timing deck? Like, is this even happening soon or not? And then I will pull some of the Blissful Dolphin Tarot to see, should you wait, should you move on? And there is that. Okay, and then another question is, okay, will they give you commitment? That's a great question. I'm going to use Cosmic Insights, and I'm going to use Situation Love Oracle. So I will look at Cosmic Insights and Situation Love Oracle. Will they give you commitment? All right, well, if that is interesting for you guys and you want to check out what is happening in this connection, then feel free to go to the description box now and scroll down. You are pile 1. You guys are the pink ice cream pile, and I will see you guys in your extended. And if you guys are not joining me there, no worries. I will see you guys next time in another video, in the comments, in my archives, or in a private reading. I'll see you later. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading today where we are celebrating all things summer with my ice cream gelato video, only good vibes. So we want to look at what have they realized. You guys have picked a couple of fun, nice things. You guys have picked the good tarot. You guys have picked this lovely green obsidian, and you guys have picked the mint gelato. Alrighty guys. So we're going to see and check in on your person right now. I'm going to put this in frame for you so you can see it and bless your reading today. I'm going to channel for you, starting off with a relationship spread to see what has your person realized about you and about this connection so far. So we have 3 cards from your side. What are you currently realizing? 3 cards from your person's side. What are they currently realizing? 3 cards from the past. What have they realized completely and fully already? 3 cards for the next 3 months. What will they realize about you over the next 3 months as they unfold? And a card for a longer term outcome. What will they realize about you later on down the road? Okay, and I will take reversals for this. So I get the 5 of Pentacles, the Strength card in reverse, and the Sun. So for you on your side, I feel like you realized, or you're realizing that this connection actually makes you very happy. That there is a lot of happiness and joy in this connection. Leo energy shows up with the Sun. Also, you might be realizing that you need to assert yourself or have a strong sense of self in this connection. But I feel like you're realizing the happiness here. The 5 of Pentacles, it also represents how you might feel rejected. You might feel like there is a fear that you have about this connection. You might have like a poverty consciousness. You might be feeling like or realizing that there is a money issue in this connection, or a fear of poverty, or a fear of rejection. So you might worry about that, or you might have some anxiety about this connection. So you might have like an insecure attachment style. You might have an anxious attachment style. You, I feel like for the most part, feel pretty happy and pretty confident, but there is some anxiety and some rejection. Also, I get the Strength card, but this is in reverse. And it's interesting with the Strength in reverse and the Sun, 2 very strong Leo energies. You both might be Leos. Also, I feel like you're trying to figure out, or you might be realizing that your person might just be very selfish or have like an imbalanced ego. So they might have issues or problems with their ego, or you might be curious about this, or realizing just how much do they, how selfish are they? How focused on you are they? And does that vary? Is there a difference? I also feel like you're realizing too with the Strength card in reverse, you're wondering is your person strong enough for you? Or are they weak in some areas? Or do they need to grow or have growth areas? Do they need to have some growing in this connection, evolving? Does your person need to grow and evolve? So I feel like you're wondering, is your person evolved enough for you? Are they strong enough for you? So I feel like there are those pieces here. I think you also might be questioning, is this relationship strong enough to last? Is this relationship or connection built on a strong enough foundation? Is this relationship strong enough? Your person is realizing just how much they want to get back together. So if you guys are in separation or separated, your person wants to get back together. If you guys are together, then I feel like your person has realized they feel a soulmate love for you. So I get the 6 of water or the 6 of cups. So they realize that you guys have a soulmate connection, and if you guys are not together, they want to get back together. I'm getting a Cancer energy, Scorpio energy here. I get the 8 of Wands and the Love card in reverse. They might be wondering or questioning, do you love them? They might not know if you love them, or they might be questioning the love that you feel for them. Also, they might be discovering or finally realizing that they have love for you or love you or be in love with you, because I get the soulmate love, but also love is in reverse. So they might go back and forth between being like, oh my gosh, pile 2 is in love with me. No, wait, does pile 2 really love me? I feel like you guys both question each other's love, but I feel like you both have a mixture of feeling very happy and confident in this connection and also worrying or doubting your person's genuine love for you. So I feel like you might be mirroring each other right now. You also might be finally realizing that your person does love you, or you're in the process of realizing that your person might really love you. So there is this. Gemini energy shows up strong. And then I get the 8 of Wands. Also, your person might be feeling, if you guys are not together, they might be feeling heartsick, or they might be feeling sad in their heart if you guys are not together, and realizing the pain that they're feeling and want to get back together to relieve the pain. And I get the 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy, where they are realizing that if you guys are not talking, they don't love it. They are upset with that. If you guys are geographically separated, that they don't like it and they're upset with that. So it seems like your person is in the process of realizing some difficult feelings that they're experiencing if you guys are not together. And it seems like they might be suffering in regards to love. They might be suffering, and that suffering might be giving them realizations about you and about this connection. In the past, I get what have they realized? Number one, they realize that they want to travel with you or take trips towards you or see you in person. Cancer energy shows up. I get the Chariot. So they've realized they want to travel with you or take trips with you. They have realized a lot in regards to if you guys have traveled or taken a trip together, something that they've realized on the trip or because of trips or because of traveling. Also, I feel like they've just realized how they just want to geographically be close to you. And they've realized how much they want to progress this connection. I get the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. That's great. They've realized they do not want to be single. They want to be with you. They have realized they want to get back together with you, and they are realizing or starting to realize the full impact of the love that is happening. And I feel like because that's still in reverse, I feel like that they still don't, they still are not completely self-aware of how much love they feel for you, but they are starting to get an idea. So they are starting to realize just how much love they feel for you. And they are starting to be very aware of it. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse, feeling like they've realized that they don't want to be single, that they want to progress this connection forward. And the 8 of Pentacles, they realized that they were not able to be there for you. They were not able to be consistent and reliable. They have realized that they did not prioritize you, or they were not able to be really there for you, really present for you. I feel like they've realized that they dropped the ball on that. In the future, over the next few months, what they will realize, they are going to realize that you love them. I get the Page of Cups. They're going to realize how sweet you are, how adorable, how pure you are, how much of a crush or love you feel for them, how the love is pure and returned, and I feel like equal. I feel like reciprocity and how much romantic mutual love there is. How sweet you are, how pure you are, how loving you are. And I get the Hanged Man in reverse. They're going to realize that if there was something that was tying you guys up, making you guys not be together, that there will be more availability now, and there will be some releasing of an external situation that might have blocked you in the past, but now is not a factor. So I feel like they're going to realize that they can actually untie themselves or free themselves up from something restrictive. Or they might realize that you love them because you free yourself up from something restrictive, but for them and for this connection. And then I get the Queen of Swords in reverse. They might realize how much they don't like it if you're not talking to them, how much they don't like it if you guys are not in communication. I also feel like that if you have had very rigid, strong boundaries, or have been very wise and very discerning and have kept your distance because of that, that I feel like they don't like it. So they don't like your boundaries, and they don't like maybe something that you've said. Maybe they haven't liked you guys not being together because of an issue, and they feel like they're gonna have to fix it if they're gonna be with you, and they're gonna have to realize how serious. I feel like they're gonna realize how serious you are. And then I get Page of Pentacles. In the longer term future, I feel like they're going to see that they're going to have to do most of the work and most of the effort. The Page of Pentacles is that I feel like they're going to realize, or they're not going to be happy with you not putting energy or effort or attention into this connection. And I feel like they're not going to be happy with that. They're going to realize that they're going to have to give more than just a little bit of energy and attention. That they're going to have to give more than just the bare minimum. They're going to have to give more than like the low effort. So they're going to realize that. And if you've been giving bare minimum, low effort, they might be questioning why is that? And is it because you have a boundary around something? And they're going to have to realize, they're realizing something in regards to boundaries. Okay. Now I want to see what they are realizing about you, or what have they realized about you in regards to messages from Divine Masculine. So what has Pile 2's person realized about them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For those of you, there may be a third party. They might be in a relationship, but they have realized that it's not working, if that is the case. And that's only for you guys who are, where your person is in a relationship. Not all of you are in third parties. Focusing on healing and letting go of what no longer serves me. So they have realized that they need to go into a healing section of time, a healing era. They've realized that there are things that don't serve them that they've been holding on to in their life that they need to let go of. And they have had a very clear realization about this. So they realize that they need to let go of a lot of things. Maturing from my childish ways and stepping into my power. They realized that they were being immature. They realized that they have been childish and that they've been immature, maybe manipulative. Maybe they have been egoic or leading from their ego. They have realized that they have not been very empowered and they need to be. They are realizing that they need to step into their Divine Masculine. They need to be empowered and they need to mature and they need to grow up. So if you've realized that your person may not be evolved enough for you, I feel like they've realized that and they're like, I need to be evolved enough for Pile 2. Your hobbies and interests arouse my curiosity to pursue them as well. They have realized that you guys have a lot in common. And for those where you guys don't have it in common, they are interested in your hobby and then you will have that in common. So they realized how interested they are about the things that you do and about I feel like you pique their curiosity and they have realized that they're very, very interested in the things that you're interested in. And maybe they thought they wouldn't like it, but now they realize, oh, actually, I think I do like it. And I think they've realized like, oh, wow, actually, I think I do like this new thing. Like if you like camping and they never liked camping, they might realize now like, oh, actually, I never thought I would like camping, but actually I do like camping. And that's a realization. That's an example. You are my queen and I'm your king, so let's build our kingdom together. They realize that you guys are meant to be, or that they want to be with you. They have realized that they would like to build a life with you. They would like to build a kingdom with you, that you are a queen. And with that Queen of Swords in the future and over the next 3 months, I feel like that they've realized this and they're going to continue to keep realizing that you are the queen and they want to make the queen happy. And they've realized and will keep realizing that maybe you aren't happy or weren't happy in some aspects or dynamics and that they need to fix that. They realize that they hate being with the karmic and they are working on manifesting an ending, which pairs with, I know that I'm with a karmic partner. Those are for those of you who you know that your person is in a relationship right now. So they know that they don't like being in a relationship and they're working on ending that. They have realized this. For those of you where they are not in a relationship, and so for those of you where your person's not in a relationship, and also for those that are, they had realized how much they admire you and how much they admire your beauty, how much they admire the beauty that you are as a person and that you have inside and outside beauty and that they admire all of it and that they are attracted to all of it. And then having difficulty acknowledging inner child wounds. So this is where they have realized this, but then they forget it or they realize it and then they can't accept it and they push it away. So they are having a hard time realizing their childhood wounds. They also have a hard time accepting and realizing their childish behavior. They have a hard time with this. So on one hand, they're like, I need to grow up, I need to evolve, I need to be better, I need to get better. But then they might slip back into past patterns. Or they might be like, you know what, I need to evolve past this childhood wound. This childhood wound of mine might be holding me back. but then that awareness is very fleeting, and then they go back to acting like out of like automatic pilot or out of habit. So your person is aware of this or realizing this or realized this, but then they struggle with it, and then it backslides. And that might be where you're like, well, on some hand, it's the sun, and then on other hand, it's the strength reversed. And then because of that, it gives you anxiety of the Five of Pentacles. So there is this. All right, now I'm going to check in on the Hermit Tarot. So what has your person been realizing, and what have they realized about you? That they don't want to hurt anybody, that there could be gossip associated with this connection, and they are trying to be protective. Okay. Your person realizes with gossip only hurts more. They're afraid that people talking about you and about this connection could harm the connection. It could harm you or them. It could interfere with it or cause unnecessary drama, and they don't want that. If there are third parties involved, if you are one of those people that resonate with the third party, then I would say that they're afraid of maybe gossip getting out, or them getting caught, or you getting caught, or that kind of thing. I feel that the third party is more on their side if there is one, but if you are in a third party, I feel like that they are trying to respect your privacy as well and you not getting caught. So I feel like your person has realized that they want to avoid gossip and drama like at all costs. Also, they have realized that you are right. I don't even know what you're right about, pile 2, but I'm glad that you are. And they have realized that you are right about something. And I think that has actually led to a chain reaction of other realizations as well. They have realized that they just wish that things would be different between the two of you. And I'm getting the number 7. So the 7th of the month, or July, or maybe they realized this in the month of July. So there is that, but they just realize that things are not the way they wish that they would be, and they have a fantasy or vision for the future that they want, and they don't know which one. They don't know how to get there. Because again, they are having anxieties and worries. And actually, I get 777. So that number might be important to you or your person, or there might be like July 1977, or again, the 7th of the month, or 7, or there may be like they're praying for a lot of money. So they're praying for good luck and money and finances, and that's what they wish would be different, would be their finances. And they're worried about their money and their finances with I worry about us a lot. They're very aware now. They're finally realizing actually that they're worried that you guys wouldn't be able to be together, or they're worried about losing you, or they're worried about not being able to have you. And that's where they're afraid that maybe this wouldn't work out, or that they wish things would be different, or that they wish you guys could get back together. So it seems like they're very worried about you guys, and they just wish that they could hold you. So there is that. So they wish they could hold you. They realize how much they wish that they could hold you, and they really want to be connected to you physically. You make me want to do bad things. So they're very aware that there's a sexual temptation here. They're very aware that they want to give in to their carnal and sexual desires for you. And they definitely feel like a naughty little devil when they think about you. And they have been very aware, and they've realized how much of a sexual connection you guys have, how much chemistry, and how much they want to do things and participate in that, which could risk them in some ways. It could risk their job, or it could risk their relationship, or it could risk their, it could risk hurting you, or that kind of thing. So they're afraid to let their passions rule them. Interesting how we have 7 and 7 together is 14, and this is the number 15, and the only thing different is the 1. So they might have realized you're the one. So there is that's the difference. Also, I get listen to your heart. So they've realized that they need to listen to their heart, and they have realized what their heart is telling them. Because with that 6 of Cups, there's a soulmate love, and maybe they've realized that they have not honored the love between you guys in this connection, or they haven't followed their love, they haven't followed their heart, and they've realized that there's a lot of love here that they haven't honored or haven't been able to connect with or have. So I feel like your person is realizing that they have not listened to their heart, and that they need to. And maybe they have listened to their sexual desires, but not to their heart. Or maybe they're realizing that there is both sexual passion and romantic love here in this connection. Okay, now we're going to see what have they realized and what will they realize in the future. So I'm going to use light side, shadow side messages about your person, and we're going to see what light side, shadow side messages have they realized in the past, and what will they realize in the future in regards to you and in regards to this connection. So your person has realized, light side, you challenge me in ways that make me grow as a person. And that's probably what you're sensing as well, that you're like, I'm realizing I don't think my person is really evolved enough for me. But you're also wondering, can your person grow? Can your person evolve enough? Can this improve? Can they change? Can they grow as a person? So they're realizing that you challenge them in ways to be a better person or to grow or be more mature. I'm secretly heartbroken. They are very aware and they have realized that they are heartbroken about you and about this connection. So they have realized that they are heartbroken here. And then I get, my childhood was difficult and it still affects me. So they're very aware and they have realized of their childhood wounds. But then again, they're having trouble acknowledging their childhood wounds. So they've realized this, but I also feel like this goes out the window sometimes because it's hard for them to look at it. So I feel like it's hard for them to accept it and look at it or feel it. Light side, I am sorry for leaving you hanging. They're very aware and they've realized that they've either abandoned you, ghosted you, left you hanging, or fizzled out the connection or stopped the connection. Maybe they were needing to show up for you and be reliable and there for you and they weren't able to do so. So I feel like they're aware that they let you down or that they hurt you in this connection or that they were not able to fulfill a promise that they made for you or fulfill an intention. And then I get shadow. I'm living the consequences of my choices. They don't love how you guys are in this place right now. They're realizing that this is a consequence of all the choices that they've made and they are not happy with where they're at. They're not happy if you guys are not together and they're not happy with the consequences of the choices that they've made. What they will realize about you guys in the future. I can't go against my family. So it seems like there is a family dynamic going on in this connection where they are going to realize that they don't know how to go against their family, or they realize they can't go against their family, or there might be some family influence in this connection. And I keep getting signs that remind me of you. So it seems like they're going to realize that they just keep seeing signs that remind them of you. They keep seeing signs that guide them to you and guide you guys to be together. I get, you are my best friend. They will realize in the future that you guys are best friends or that you guys are their best friend. So they will realize this. They will realize in the future that they can never find the right words to say to you. And the thing is it may be that it's not about the right words, it's about the right actions. Or not about the right words, but it's about growing and evolving as a person. So they might try to find words and realize that none of them really land or they're not effective because it's not words that you need. So there is this. But they also might realize that they haven't been able to come up with the right words to smooth this over or to solve this problem. And then I get light. You're always in my heart even though I'm not in touch. So with your person not being able to find the right words, they might have a hard time with communication, especially if this family block is a strong one, and they might feel like it's hard for them to go against their family. They might feel like it's hard for them to stay in touch with you, or they might feel like they just don't know the right words to say, and so therefore they say nothing and that you guys aren't in touch a lot and that they don't like it. All right. So it seems like your person is trying to find ways to get back together with you, but they've been unsuccessful or having a hard time finding the right solutions that would be effective. All right, guys, so now I'm going to go to your final message, and then I'm going to talk about what we're going to cover in the extended. So I'm going to make this be interactive, and I'm going to make 3 piles, and 2 cards are going to be their hidden truth, Two cards are going to be Stellar Energy Oracles. And 1 card is actually going to be Romance Angels. And this is what they have realized about you. All right. So first I'm going to symbolize pile 1 with this beautiful citrine crystal. For pile 2, I'm going to symbolize it with this pink amethyst heart. And pile 3, I'm going to symbolize it with this glittery, beautiful titanium heart. So feel free to pick pile 1, 2, and or 3. It's really helpful to pick one pile, but if you are drawn to 2 piles, you can. It's just sometimes multiple piles are confusing. But if you are drawn to them, then just feel with whatever resonates with you. Just go with whatever resonates with you. All right. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to decide which pile is your pile, and then unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay, so I'm just going to breeze through what I have to say for you guys as your kind of as part of the YouTube channel, and I know you guys have heard this a lot, so I'll go quick. First of all, thank you guys so much for liking and commenting on the video. Thank you guys for watching my ads for 30 seconds. You guys can watch them on silent if they're annoying, and then press skip and come back to the video, and I get credit after 30 seconds. So thank you guys for doing that. Thank you guys for your donations to the channel. If you guys are looking to donate to the channel, it does help me buy tarot cards and oracles and crystals for you guys, and as well as like fun little objects in order to make you guys a fun video. So if you want to donate, you can go to my PayPal, Venmo, or my Super Thanks button, and the information for that is in the description box, and the Super Thanks button is near the video, so you guys will see that. As well as if you guys have not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Welcome to the channel, and feel free to hit the notification bell to give you guys updates of whenever I release new videos. These videos will be released on Fridays. And thank you guys so much for sharing these videos on your social media and with your friends and spreading the word. If you guys would like a private reading from me, my website is fairyastrology.com. I give readings in 15-minute intervals, and so the pricing is based on every 15 minutes, and I give them over video or over the phone. So I do them over the phone or over a video call, and I can do them anywhere you are in the world. All right, you guys. So thank you guys for that. Let me know if you need my help. I'm here for you always. All right. So for those of you who have picked the citrine, your person has realized, I regret lying to you. So if your person has lied to you and that has been the childish behavior, or that has been the childhood wound, your person regrets it. They feel bad for what they have said. If they have lied to you, they feel bad about it. I lost myself for a little while. Your person, and that might be where your person accepts it and realizes it, but then pushes it away. It seems like your person might be like, I lied to them, but that's not who I really am. Or yeah, that's something I did, but that's not who I am. So there's a difference between what they've accepted as an action versus what they feel like is a sense of character or a sense of person. So I feel like your person might have said some things or just hid some things from you or not said some things to you, and they've regretted the lies, or they've regretted the manipulations, or they've regretted the omissions. But it seems like that now they regret it, and it seems like they feel like, you know what, that's not even who I am as a person. I don't even know why that happened. And they feel like they have to change that. They have realized in this separation that you are standing firm. So they have realized that if you guys are in separation, that you guys are standing firm, and that they can't maybe sweet talk their way back in the way they maybe have done so in the before. And I get lasting promise. They know if they're going to reconcile with you or reunite with you, that they're going to have to up the ante, and they're going to have to give something that's a bigger promise or something that's a bigger commitment. So they realize that this separation is standing firm, and they're going to need to increase their offer, especially if they've lied. All right, which people do if they feel like they're afraid that other people will reject them for the truth. So lying happens, and it's out of fear. Hopefully they are learning their lessons and they're growing as a person. All right, I get the pink amethyst heart for you guys, what your person has been realizing. They want to feel that way again. They miss the romantic infatuated feelings that they felt when they were in your presence. They wish they could feel that way again with you. So that means that you guys are probably not together for this pile. It says that my life is not as together as it seems. So it seems like your person's life might be a little chaotic right now or falling apart. Again, that might be one of the consequences of their choices, because I am getting poetic justice. So there is this. Also, there's a Libra energy with this card as well. So your person's life may not be as together as it seems. They also may not be with you, and that again may also be a consequence of their choices with poetic justice. They also might be going through a very unique karmic cycle right now. So they might be also dealing with or balancing karma, especially with the scales of justice, which is a balance. So they might be balancing karma. It says looking inward, but this time period right now is helping them look inward and do a lot of reflecting. It's helping them have a lot of epiphanies and realizations. So this difficult time period in their life, and they're longing for you and feeling like karma or feeling like their life is chaotic or these consequences are helping them look inward and have reflections on things, which is helping them grow as a person. And I get trust. It seems like they're reflecting on trust and trust issues, and they're reflecting on the concept of trust. So they might have realized that you guys need to rebuild the trust between you, or they need to really cultivate an energy of trust between the two of you so you guys can really feel safe. For those of you who have picked this beautiful glittery heart, your person has realized that they cannot stop thinking about you because you were the best thing in their life. So they've realized that they cannot stop thinking about you, and they've been infatuated or maybe ruminating or obsessed with you because you're the best thing in their life. And they feel that very strongly. I feel like they wish you well if you guys can't get back together, that they wish you well, but I also feel like they would like to be together with you because I get engagement, which is the second card in this pile. So you got an engagement ring here, an engagement ring here, and it seems like with strong bonds. So your person feels like you guys have such a strong bond that they would marry you, or that they would want an engagement, or they would want a very serious commitment with you. And if you feel like you can't be with your person, they will wish you well and wish you love. Feeling like they feel like, okay, well, you know what, they were the best part of my life, but if they don't want to be with me, then I accept it. I wish them well. And it even says desire, it says wish, it says request, your wish is being granted. So they also might realize that they have a wish with you that's going to be granted, or they just realize that they wish for you, or they wish that their wish could be granted with you. So I do feel like they also might be making wishes in regards to being able to be back together with you because of the strong bond that you have. They have realized you guys have such a strong bond, and they realize that you guys have, with this engagement card, that you guys are trying to go to a higher level of commitment, because it literally says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So they want a higher level of commitment with you, and they've realized this. All right, guys, that is my final message for you, but do not turn away. I am going to share with you now what I'm going to be covering in the extended. All right, you guys. So first of all, I have advice. I have this big deck, which talks about, and it's a combination of a lot of different Dorian Virtue decks and a lot of other decks. So there is a big deck for advice for you guys right now. Also, we're going to see what are they feeling about you with their chocolate candy kisses, sugar rush of love. What have they realized about you with their mysterious heart? And with the late night thoughts, what have they been thinking about you late last night that also connects to what they've realized? So like more important thoughts than just like the intrusive or fleeting thought. I also have these cards where I'm going to pull 2 cards for you, which are questions that Spirit wants me to answer for you that you need to know about your connection right now. So the first one is, what do they fantasize that you will say to them? So we want to see, what do they want you to say to them? And what have they realized? Okay, we're going to look deeper into what have they realized. So there is that. All right, so for this, what do they fantasize that you will say to them? I am going to pick the Hermit. And I'm going to pick Journey of Love 2. So, what do they fantasize that you will say to them? Journey of Love 2 and the Hermits. What have they realized? I'm going to look deeper into this in regards to your connection. So, what have they realized? I will use... All right, what we're going to do is we're going to use Let's Fall in Love Oracle because we're right at the end of the summer. And this is going to be what will they realize this fall. So we're going to do that. This is, of course, a timeless reading, so just think about when fall is for you, and this will be what will they realize during the fall time wherever it lands in your calendar. Okay, so that is what I have for you. If you guys would like to join me in the extended, you guys are the mint gelato or the white ice cream, and you guys can go to the description box and scroll down. You are pile 2. If you guys are not joining me, no worries. Then I will see you guys next time in another video, in the comments, in a private reading, or in any of my archives. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading today where we are focusing on what have they realized. Okay, so you guys have picked the yellow gelato. It was mango. It was delicious. You guys have also picked the Fairies Oracle, which is very interesting for this topic. And I have a beautiful blue obsidian for you that I'm going to grace your reading with today and put in frame so you can see it. In addition to that, I have two accompanying tarot decks to answer your question for you in very interesting ways, because this fairy oracle is great and I will layer it with the tarot, but I also want to get even deeper with you guys. So I'm going to use the fairies, but I also have these particular decks. One, I have Larimar, absolutely pretty, putting it in frame for you. Two, I have beautiful amethyst, gorgeous, putting in frame for you. In addition to that, I have the past and the future. So these tarot decks I love. This is the before tarot and this is the after tarot. So these tarot cards I'm going to be using in a very unique way that I haven't done before, where I'm going to use the before tarot to see what have they realized, and then the after tarot in regards to what will they realize in the future. So this is going to be very interesting and helpful, and you guys get this for your pile, but no other pile has gotten it. So we have for you what you have realized. I'm going to do a different spread then I'll do a different spread. Your side, what have you realized? What has your person realized? More about what your person has realized in the past. Then we have a fairy card. What have you realized? What have they realized? And what have they realized even more? Then I have, for the after tarot, what will you realize probably very quickly, like in the next few days, week of time? What will you realize quickly within the next week of time? Then I have, what will they realize over the next 3 months? And then what will they realize beyond 3 months of time? And this is about you and about your connection. Now I have fairies for what will they realize? I'll do 3. And then a fairy card for the future. So sorry that was a little chaotic, but I have a method to my madness. I promise. All right, so what are you currently realizing right now? Vacation. Okay, you are realizing that maybe you need to go on a vacation. Maybe there is something that you are maybe planning a summer vacation. Maybe you're planning to go somewhere fun. It seems like there is a vacation that is coming up for you that you are planning, that you are doing, that something important is happening on it. So either you're planning a vacation or you are going on a vacation, or you are realizing something now about a vacation that has connected to the two of you in the past. Then for your cards, I get, here we go. Okay, so these are actually all in reverse. Okay, I will take reversals for the tarot. So you have realized that you have not been as assertive as you could have been. You have realized that you needed to tone down time periods where you would get angry or frustrated with your person. You have realized that maybe your self-confidence has not been the best or the highest. Also, maybe you have realized that you have not prioritized your needs in this connection, and that you have not really given to this connection in the way that you could have, with honoring yourself maybe, or putting yourself first, or maybe there was a lot of accommodating of your person but not enough of like asserting your needs or getting your section met. I'm also getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. So you may be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sag. Then I get what you have realized. You have realized that maybe you guys have not been on the same page. Maybe you guys have not been a team. You have not been working together to solve situations or problems, that maybe they have been too independent or on their side, or maybe they haven't prioritized you. Maybe they haven't supported you. Maybe you haven't been able to be emotionally supportive of them. Maybe you haven't really been supportive emotionally of each other. And it seems like where you feel like maybe you realized that you guys weren't even able to really like embark on this journey going in the same direction together. Maybe you realized you guys were going maybe even in different directions in life. So there is that. Maybe the course of your life weren't really lining up with each other. In the future, what you'll realize probably in the next week, you're going to realize about, interesting, so the Five of Wands in reverse is the card that you get. Usually the Five of Wands upright in, the cool thing part about this tarot deck is that it shows you the moment after the tarot card moment has happened. So the Five of Wands is a card where people are fighting. In the Five of Wands in the after tarot, it shows where they've stopped fighting. Now the fight is over and they have put up their weapons and they're no longer engaged in combat. With the Five of Wands in reverse, it might be about starting a drama again, or about how do you repair after a fight beyond this. So I feel like that you might realize in the next week of time, how do you repair after a fight? I feel like that's going to be a piece that you will be realizing. And then I get the Fool in reverse. You're going to realize in the next week of time that you're not going to want to dive forward or leap forward about this connection. You might feel like, you know what, Solaris, I've put in all the effort, energy, and work. I've done the sacrificing, the compromising. I have put myself out of this to make them feel comfortable. I have quieted my voice and I have not even stood up for myself. I feel like I am not even going to take action on this. I'm not going to take forward motion. If my person wants me, the effort is going to have to now come from their side. I feel like for you that it's not like you're done, but it's kind of like you are, interestingly, the Fool in the after tarot with it in reverse looks like, instead of, see, this upright picture is like they're hanging from a cliff. So they've jumped off the cliff, which is the Fool. They've taken the leap of faith. They're now holding on to the cliff, feeling like, oh, everything is wonderful. I'm smelling the roses and life is lovely, even though they are not supported. And the dog is up there supervising the whole situation, making sure they're fine, which is symbolic of a spirit guide. So with it in reverse, it seems like you're like, actually, I've jumped off this cliff already. I have already been there and done that. I don't know if I want to repeat that again. And also, I don't really know how great off I am from have done this. And your spirit guide is looking up at you being like, oh, look at this situation you've gotten yourself into in this way. But you still have your supplies. That little stick and the little backpack is still there. Your spirit guides have not left you. They're still there. And also, it's almost looking like you're doing like a push-up. You might realize actually that you're stronger than you think, that you have more dexterity than you know. And I feel like you're going to think that maybe you might even have more power than you think. So there is that. I have Gemini, Sagittarius energy again showing up strong. Again, more fire sign energy. For your person, now I apologize because some of this stuff doesn't come naturally and easily for me to channel it because I am combining a lot of elements together and I'm keeping it all straight in my head. So I apologize if any of this seems confusing to you. All right, I get magic of nature. Your person is going to have a realization. Now you're realizing something on vacation or about a vacation. Your person is realizing something while they're maybe on vacation or they're in nature or maybe they're outside. So while your person is outside or outdoors or in nature or even on a trip or a vacation themselves or planning one or having one in the past, your person is realizing something very important in this environment. So your person's going to realize something when they're outside. Now, in the past, something your person has realized already. I get the Chariot upright and the Strength in reverse. So your person realizes that while in the past they have initiated this connection, they have progressed it forward, or they were wanting to, or they realized how they want to progress this forward in the future, that your person also realizes that they are cowardly. I get the Strength card with the lion, almost like the cowardly lion. I feel like your person feels like they want to progress forward with you, but they are afraid and they are cowardly, and they have not been able to get over that yet. And it's interesting because their little sphinxes, which are like the horses, are like sitting down on the ground. They're not in motion. And then the Strength card is like there is a lion that is roaring, and they have not been I feel like they don't know how to help this lion that's roaring. So they might have a piece of their personality that is screaming at them right now. They might be also afraid of conflict, or afraid of your voice, or afraid of your anger or frustration. I feel like your person feels like, I want to move this forward in the future, but I don't want to make anybody mad. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to cause problems. And also, I might be a little cowardly because of this. I might be very avoidant and conflict averse. Leo energy, Cancer energy show up strong. This also might be something that they have realized during Leo season or during Cancer season, which we have just had and are having if you are watching this video when I'm releasing it. Now, your person in the future is going to realize that they do not want things to be done and over between you in the next week. So in the next week of time, your person is going to realize, I actually don't want pile 1 to go. I don't want things to be done and over. If pile 1 has ended things, or if I've ended things, I do not want us to be over. I do not want us to be finished. I get the Death card in reverse. Your person is like, I'm still grieving, actually. I'm still feeling hurt and emotional if we've ended in the past. And I'm realizing that my grief or my emotions for pile 1 are actually more intense than I originally thought. So there is that, most likely because of something that happens on a vacation or because of a vacation. Scorpio energy shows up as well with the Death card. And it also seems like your person thinks like, you know what, I thought my grieving would be done by now. I thought that my sadness over the loss of this relationship, if you guys have broken up, would be finished by now, but it's not. I thought there would be a sun coming out and a new day dawning, but it hasn't happened yet. When is this grief going to be done? Is this going to be an endless, ongoing, forever grief? And your person with the Moon card, I get that your person feels like maybe flooded with grief or flooded with emotions. Your person might be feeling a lot of feelings and realizing just how intense their feelings still are for you. I feel like your person within the next week of time is going to go through a tough time. They're going to go through something that is a trigger or a catalyst for them, which is going to really show them the full feeling of all the feelings again. And your person is going to realize, wow, I thought this was dead and buried, but it is not. So it seems like it's like a reawakening of feelings or a flooding of feelings. I feel like your person's going to be triggered by an issue they thought was over or buried, or by something they thought was done. In the past, your person has realized, awakening your true self. Your person has realized that they need to be honest and authentic and transparent and open with you. That they need to be their real self with you. They have realized that they need to come out of any kind of masking, any kind of inauthenticity, that they really need to be real with you. In the past, your person has realized, I get the Star, the Emperor, and the Magician all upright, which is interesting. So your cards right now are all in reverse, both you and your person, except for the Chariot, which is also a card about that they have realized this already, but that you guys have not started progressing forward or beyond a certain point, and that they realize they want to get beyond a certain point, but they haven't put it in motion yet. So otherwise, everything's in reverse, but even that card is like not really actualizing, if that makes sense. They are still putting something off into the future, hopes and wants. Which actually seems like it doesn't really do your person any good, because it seems like they get flooded emotionally by something anyway. Probably that wouldn't have happened if they were progressing this situation forward. So in the past, though, I get the Star, which is a card about they realized in the past that they do want to have hope about this connection again. I'm not gonna, well, you can't really see her body because she's covered by jugs, no pun intended, and her hair. So it seems like there is this. So I feel for you guys that in the past, there is the Star upright. Your person has realized that they would like to have hope about this future with you. They would like to have hope about this connection again. And maybe they realized that actually this connection is not done, and actually you guys can resume and have resumed, or you guys have reconnected. This comes up a lot when you guys have cut things off but then reunited. This comes up a lot as well. There is like a pelican and a bird behind her head, behind her star. Energy. So that's interesting. So again, like being very guided by their spirit guides, they've realized that this connection might be divinely guided. And interesting, there is a tree on the top of this hill that I live in Los Angeles, and there is a hill that looks very similar to this with a tree on the top, and they call it the wisdom tree. So there is a tree right here on the top of this hill called the wisdom tree. And so I would say that your person actually has gained a lot of wisdom in the past in regards to you and this connection, and the hope that your person now has a renewed sense of hope, or would like to have a renewed sense of hope about this connection. Your person also realized in the past that they were maybe being too strict and too stern with you, maybe having too rigid a boundary. So I get the Emperor here. Again, almost ready to rule. Your person realized that they were almost ready to be empowered and claim their power with you. They were almost ready to, really start to maybe drive things forward with you. The Emperor is almost ready to take action. Hopeful, almost ready to be hopeful, almost ready to be take action. I feel like your person was maybe kind of getting themselves back together, and they were getting ready to re-engage with you. And I get the Magician, which is a lovely card. This is a card where it's like they're about to put all their tools on the table. I almost feel like in the past they realized they have to put all their cards on the table. They have to be very transparent with you, with awakening your true self. They have all the tools at their disposal to create a beautiful future. So they realized that they could have hope in this connection again, that they could take action in this connection, and could start to do that soon, and that they could actually manifest a beautiful future with you, or manifest a beautiful connection with you, that they had all the tools available to them to be able to make it happen and make it work. But then it seems like they're still maybe procrastinating on this, and they're still kind of sitting on the fence about it. Even though they have all of the knowledge that they could do this, they still haven't quite pulled the trigger or quite taken action on it yet. In the future, what will they realize over the next 3 months? Your person, wow, okay. So where your person in the past has realized that they have all the tools at their disposal, in the future, they're going to realize the Magician in reverse. Once they try to put something in motion or try to make something work, it seems like it all goes haywire. Or maybe it's like, they're like, wow, here's a curveball from the universe, or from pile 3. I've been calling you pile 1, and I apologize, you're pile 3. From pile 3, that you, yes, it seems like that there is this curveball from you or the universe that your person's like, whoa, I did not expect that. That threw me off my game. That made me be like, whoa, I did not anticipate this curveball, this situation. So where your person once thought that they realized that they could make it work with you, they could manifest a future, now they're realizing that they feel turned upside down. Now they're all like, whoa, I was creating something. Maybe your person creates chaos on purpose. Maybe they realize, I need to create some chaos. I need to create some drama. I need to create some big deal to make pile 3 be able to, have pile 3 the way I want them. I get the 10 of Wands in reverse. So your person has put down their burdens and responsibility, but has also realized that they have to put this down. And I feel like your person, but they're having a hard time accepting it. They're realizing that will realize in the future that they need to clear their schedule more for you. They need to prioritize you more. They need to reprioritize or reorganize the priorities in their life, the responsibilities and burdens in their life, but they're having a tough time doing it. With it in reverse, it's like you can see they've already put down their burdens, except for one. And then it's in reverse. It's almost like they want to pick them back up again. It's like the second they clear their schedule for you, they automatically want to fill it up with new things. Or they automatically they're like, I really need to clear my schedule, but no, I can't. Or it's almost like the second they have a realization, they push it away. Or the second they have this like notion, they undo it all. And they're like, no, I can't though. Or they get in denial or something. Or maybe it's like they try to clear their schedule, but then they have all this work now piled back on their desk unexpectedly. It's almost kind of like 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of situation. And then I get the King of Swords in reverse. Your person realizes maybe that they need to compromise or prioritize you. And it's interesting where it's like you have realized that maybe you have not been accommodating your needs. Your person will realize that they have not been prioritizing or accommodating their needs. It's almost kind of like the needs that you guys have conflict with your wanting to be or being able to be in a relationship together, or in a pair or in a bond together in a way where you guys are both upright in your divine sovereigns, your king and queen together, upright, divine masculine, divine feminine. But it's like you guys are both in reverse. So you've already realized that you have sacrificed too much and given too much to this connection. Your person might also realize in the next 3 months that they also have sacrificed and put a lot into this connection. But what they've sacrificed is they have sacrificed their truth, their voice, where they haven't spoken up, where it's like your person also might realize they've said harsh things and wish they could take back their words. Your person might also realize in the next 3 months that actually I've said some stuff to pile 3 that wasn't cool. Or maybe there is news that your person receives with this hawk, where it's like your person receives news and then that totally changes about their perspective in the situation, perception of the situation here. What your person will realize in the next 3 months. Oh, I'm getting Aquarius with the star and with the King of Swords, also Gemini, Libra. Aries energy with the Emperor. Magician is Gemini twice. And so I'm getting those signs as well. Cancer, Pisces with the moon. So those are additional signs that show up. Your person is going to realize that they need to raise their standards, break free, and rise above the problems that have held you guys back from being in a relationship together or that have held them down in their life. So your person is going to realize that they need to raise their standards, that they need to break free from their problems, and that they need to be able to, to rise above their problems, break free, raise their standards. So that is what kind of putting down the 10 of Wands, maybe shifting tracks in life, shifting life directions, where you realize you guys were not going in the same direction and your person is like, how do we go in the same direction? Not so much how do we work as a team and make choices together as a couple, but more like how do we have our lifestyles or our lives sync up or match up in a way. So there is this. In the future, your person, it's so tough. I want to see, is this yes or no? No, it came up twice, no. Okay, so your person is going to realize in the future that maybe you guys can't get back together romantically, but that you guys can only be friends. Now, this might be because that's what you tell them. It might be because this is a decision that they make because lifestyles or external situations or blocks or obstacles are like too much. Maybe your person tries one more time with you and then they're like, I don't know if we can make it work. But it seems like what they've realized is a 6 of Cups in reverse. They realize maybe you guys can't get back together after all. Maybe you guys need to try harder to make this work out, or maybe you've tried to make this work. But if you guys if you guys are to be in a relationship, both of you would be unhappy, that you would be the queen in reverse, they would be the king in reverse, despite all of your best efforts, that maybe there's still something off in this dynamic. I get the making new friends. Maybe they think you guys can only be friends, even if you have a soulmate love, and even if you feel like you want to be together forever, or you want to get back together, your person might realize this. Your person also might realize that they need to strengthen the friendship bond between the two of you again, and really strengthen that, while they will realize in the future that that is the piece that is missing, and that is why you guys haven't been able to get back together so far. So if you guys do get back together, your person is going to have a lot of realizations about getting back together and what is required and how to strengthen the friendship bond so that you guys can come back to reuniting in this way. And whether you guys choose to reunite in a friendship way or in a romantic way, that's obviously up to you guys to determine that based on what you guys want and feel like you guys can have the most. But either way, it seems like that friendship piece is something that they are going to realize, like, we really, really need to strengthen this part. All right, so now I'm going to look at the hermits and see what has your person realized about you and about this connection already. So what has your person, okay, that's beautiful. And I don't take reversals for these oracles either. So that's beautiful, beautiful, yes. Yes. Wow, okay, that's the 3rd Magician card that we got. So the Magician card is a very strong card for you guys. Your person is very, very much realizing about how much they do or don't have the power to create a future that they want. They might have an imbalance in power where they need to be able to have more freedom to make choices than they have. So there's a lot of realizations in regards to their limits in regards to their abilities and in regards to what they want and what tools they have to create a life that they want with you. So first I want to start a family with you. Numbers are 10, 9, 3, 2, 4, 4, and 1. So those are some things. I'll just go through birthdays real quick. Birthdays that might be you or your person or that might resonate with you. I get October 9th, October 3rd, October 2nd, October 4th, October 1st. I have September 10th, September 3rd, September 2nd, September 4th, September 1st. I have March 10th, March 9th, March 2nd, March 4th, March 1st. February 3rd, February 9th, February 10th, February 4th, February 1st. April 2nd, April 3rd, April 9th, April 10th, April 1st, April 4th. January 4th, January 2nd, January 3rd, January 9th, January 10th. So we have a lot of birthdays. Okay. Also the 9th of the month, 10th of the month, 3rd, 2nd, 4th, and 1st of the month might be important. Okay. So first of all, they have realized in the past that they would love to have a family with you, to either conceive kids with you or start a family, or to blend families, or to raise children together. It seems like your person has realized that they want to start a family with you, or combine families, or have a family, or raise a family. I also get the card, have I lost everything? Your person realizes in the past that they have lost you completely, and that I feel like you guys have had a situation where you guys have ended things and then resumed things. So I do feel like that there was an ending and a getting back together, or maybe just an ending, but I do feel like that your person realized at one point in the past that they have lost you, and that they lost you entirely. They also feel like happiness is their priority and they would really like to be happy. So they have realized that their happiness is important too, that they would like to be happy in life as well. And I feel like your person might be a self-sacrificing person. I feel like your person is somebody that prioritizes everybody else's needs above their own, but yet I also feel like you also are that way. You also might be a pleaser or a giver, where you both might be self-sacrificers. And I feel like that might be the piece that is tricky in this connection, because I feel like you might feel, and your person might feel sometimes, that you guys have to either choose, do you honor your self needs, or do you honor the needs of the other person in this relationship? Do I honor my own needs, or do I honor the needs of everybody else around me? So there are those debates. But your person has realized they do want to be happy with you, and they want you guys to be happy. Also, I need more balance. Yes. So I feel like your person is trying to also realize that they want happiness. They need more balance. They need to be able to reprioritize or reschedule their life. They realize that their life, maybe their schedule has gone out of their control or has gotten too chaotic. The whole reading in the beginning with combining the two decks and the fairy deck felt very chaotic to me. I feel like that's how your person feels, and maybe you feel this way, but I feel like there was a lot of chaos going on in their life or in this connection. Then I need time for me. So I also get in this situation here that your person really feels that they need time for themselves. They really need time to maybe figure this out. But I also feel like they need alone time. They need downtime. They need emotional regulation time. They might have taken too much time. It seems like your person realized that they need more time for themselves. But not to the point where that cuts you out, because I also get that they are manifesting you. So they're trying to manifest more time with you. They're trying to manifest you back or back in. They're trying to manifest time for themselves as well. I feel like your person might have a very busy life, and they're trying to kind of balance their priorities. So they're trying to manifest you. That's the Magician card. That's the third Magician card you guys get. That there's this upright one. There's one in the past that's upright but hasn't started. And then, or maybe they haven't started to reprioritize or reschedule. And then there's a card in the future where it's like they tried, but it didn't work. Maybe your person realizes that every attempt that they try to reorganize or rebalance their life just never really works. It's like they're always, maybe this is a person that always tries to quit their job but never can find another job. Or they're always trying to set boundaries at work but it never happens. Or they're always trying to set boundaries at home but it never happens. And it's almost kind of like maybe where this person is more rigid in their thinking, with the Emperor there, I feel like your person also feels very permissive in other ways. So maybe it needs to get figured out. And then, I don't want to lose you. So have I lost you? I don't want to lose you. So there is this that comes up strong. And this is a special message also for April 9th. or for September 4th. So they realize they've lost you and they didn't want to lose you. And I feel like in the past, they really lost you, like permanently all the way. And then you guys were able to reunite at some point or reconnect. And now they're kind of trying to figure that stage out. Okay. All right. So now we have messages from Divine Masculine. What has your person already realized about you? These two. These. So your person has realized you see right through me like no other and not interested in pursuing other options and only want to remain loyal to you. So your person has realized that you are the one that knows them inside and out, that you can see through their distraction attempts or their kind of bullshitting, that you can see through their maneuvering of things, that you can see through their walls, that you can see their inner soul, that you can see their heart. And they're very seen and maybe feel a little nervous about being so exposed, but that you get them. And that because you get them and understand them, that there is a love there and a safety there and a trust there that does go deep. That is beautiful. And that's why they want to pursue only you and not other people, because you're the one who connects with them. You're the one that is bonded. You're the one who really has the true intimacy with them. So that is why there is like a attachment that goes to like a level of like deep loyalty. Then I get wishing you were here with me right now, but that they've messed up and they wish that you could forgive them for what they've done. So they realize that they want your forgiveness. They've realized this. They've realized that they've messed up. They've realized maybe they're starting to take accountability, even if they haven't shared with you or apologized. I feel like they're starting to realize like, okay, so this is where I went wrong. This is where I could have done something different. And wishing you were here with me right now is interesting. So it seems like, yeah, your person is having, they're realizing that they wish that you were there with them. So there is this. And so they realize how much they want to be with you and how much that they wish that you were with them. Even right now, even in this moment. Aching to touch and kiss you. They realize how passionate and powerful your physical attraction is to each other. Your chemistry is very strong, and they've realized how much they long for you, how much they ache for you and pine for you, how much they want physical touch with you. Maybe they have a physical touch love language. Maybe they have a quality time love language with wishing you were here and aching to touch and kiss you. So there is that. Detaching from our connection to concentrate on what needs to get done. Yes, this is your person needing to and trying to figure out how do I balance everything in my life? How do I prioritize everything? How do I have pile 3 here and also try to figure everything else out? How do I do this? I know that I'm aching to be with them physically, but I have to detach from that because there's things that need to get done. There are priorities and responsibilities that I must do. I feel like your person is very rigid with themselves. They have a lot of control over themselves. And I feel like that your person is very much a task maker to themselves. I'm aware that the karmic is trying to impersonate you and it's not working for her and reaping what I've sowed in the past, and it has been nothing but chaos and grief. I got chaos in this pile all over it. And that's so interesting because yes, I get that your person is feeling like, you know what? If there's like a relationship, like let's say you guys broke up and they've moved on, or let's say that you guys have broken up and, you know, there's a relationship that they're in, or let's say they're in a relationship, you guys tried to have a connection, but you guys couldn't because of a pre-existing relationship and they lost you because of it. It seems like that your person, if there is a third party on their side, it seems like they're aware that that person is just not, you know, able to live up to your image and likeness. That your person is like, you know what, I'm not even interested in pursuing other options. I just want to be with you. Any karmic it's not working for them. This karmic could never be pile 3. And because of that, there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of grief that is there inherent in this. Okay. Now we're going to see what has your person realized in regards to their light side, shadow side messages. So I'm going to do this like the other piles. I did 5 cards for what light side, shadow side messages is your person working through right now and where they have realized this already. And then 5 cards for what will they realize and work through in the very near future. So your person has realized that they need to be alone now. Yes. So your person has gone through sections of time where they really needed alone time, whether from this relationship or just whether it was in their day-to-day life, but they realize they need alone time. They need time for them. And that's like the second message of that, which is strong. So your person has realized that they need to be alone or have alone time. I'm trying to bury my love for you. Yes, they're trying to detach from this connection in order to focus on what gets done. If your person feels like they have to move on, or if you guys are not together, your person also realizes that they really have tried to bury their love for you, and they've realized that swallowing their feelings and oppressing themselves probably hasn't worked the way that they want, because there is that death card in reverse, where your person is like, I thought that these feelings would be over by now, but they're not. Light, no one compares to you. I am full of joy in your presence. Yes, exactly. The karmic doesn't compare. Nobody compares. They're full of joy. You know, we got the 10, which is they wanted to start a family with you, that, you know, nobody compares to you. So all of this energy. So they see you, though, as the ultimate. Then I get light side message. I still love you and I want to be with you. So they've realized that they're still in love with you, that they still love you, and they've realized that they want to be with you and they still want to be with you. So your person has had a very powerful realization that as much as they have tried to bury their love for you, that it has not gone away, that they still love you and still want to be with you. And your person has realized, I didn't want our honeymoon phase to end. So your person didn't want your connection to end. And it's interesting where we got the vacation card for you. This is a honeymoon card. So it's like your person didn't want this situation to end. They didn't want you guys to not be together. They didn't want you guys to not be able to make this situation happen. So your person is feeling like a grieving for the good times, a grieving for the beauty in this connection and the heightened, beautiful times. I feel like your person's also going to remember your good times when they're out in nature, that we got that magic of nature card. What they will realize in the future, which they haven't realized yet, but they will, I didn't believe in myself or in you. And that is really where that King of Swords is in reverse. So they're going to realize that they didn't have enough self-confidence. They didn't believe in themselves. You might realize that you didn't believe in yourself, or you didn't have the self-confidence in yourself in times. And so your person's also going to realize this, that you guys need more self-confidence or self-belief, or believe you can do it. Like your person's strength card is in reverse. So it's like they're feeling like, I don't even know if I can believe I can do it. I don't know if I'm strong enough. So there is this. They may even have like romantic imposter syndrome or something. It says, it's too scary to admit that I'm in love with you. So they've realized that they're still in love with you, but when they realize it, they're realizing now, or will realize in the future, that it is too scary to realize that they're in love with you because of what that means, what it all like means in them, in the reality, in, you know, life. It seems like that their love for you triggers deep anxieties in them, and also I feel like triggers other deep intense emotions. Grief. I contradict myself, yes, and give you mixed messages. Yes, exactly, that they're still in love with you and want to be with you, that they bury their love for you, that it's too scary to admit that they're in love with you. This is all a conflict here. So all of these messages are conflicting, and they realize, and they're going to realize, like, I keep giving pile 3 mixed messages. I keep having a tough time here because and your person is actually realizing a lot of their shadows. That's actually very helpful for growth. So that's actually good. So your person's realizing all of these things. I get the light side message. I regret my actions towards you. So yet again, your person is going to realize that they've messed up. They're going to realize that they've done actions that have not been helpful in this connection, or have not served you guys as a team or a couple. And it seems like your person also feels like that they made choices that they regret, and they regret different things that they should have or could have or would have done. And then it says, I can't admit that I'm wrong. And that is where they contradict themselves. They regret that they've messed up. They regret that they did something wrong. They regret their actions, but they can't admit that they're wrong. So your person is having a very, very tough time with admitting their mistakes or flaws, or admitting where they went wrong in connections, or admitting these pieces. So your person, it seems like right when they have a breakthrough, they mess it all up. They have a breakthrough and then they have to scramble it all. It's like your person doesn't want to look at it. It's like they see something and then they try to bury it and put it away. So your person's realizations are fleeting, and it seems like your person's realizations are difficult to stick. All right, so now I have 3 decks that I'm going to use for your final message, and then I'm going to go over what we will talk about in the extended. So first I have Hidden Truth Oracle. I'm going to make 3 piles, and I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Hidden Truth Oracle. These 3, actually I'm going to leave it. These 3 wanted to come out together. I will leave that. These 3 want to come out together. I will leave that. Okay. What else your person has realized about you with Stellar Energy Oracle, I will do, okay, well, again, these 2 cards go together. These 2 and these 2. And then I have Let's Fall in Love Oracle, which this is going to be what will they realize about you in the future. Because right now, if you're watching this video when I'm releasing it, it's the summer. And Let's Fall in Love Oracle is the fall. So this is going to be what would they realize about you in the fall. 3. All right, we're apparently going pretty in depth with these cards. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to now I'm going to symbolize these piles with crystals. So for those of you who pick pile 1, we're symbolizing it with this beautiful cylinder amethyst. For those of you who have picked pile 2, we're symbolizing it with this beautiful angel aura. And for those of you who have picked pile 3, I'm symbolizing it with this beautiful amethyst quinine. So feel free to pick pile 1, 2, or 3. I would recommend 1 pile. Sometimes multiple piles are confusing, but of course go with whichever one or ones you are drawn to. If you need more time, you can feel free to pause the video and unpause whenever you are ready. All right, guys. So first of all, I just want to run through this real quick because I know that I have a lot to say, and I know you guys have watched my videos for a while now, and it can get annoying hearing this all the time. But I just want to thank you guys for your likes and your comments, for your shares. I appreciate you spreading the word. I appreciate you interacting, engaging with this video. Thank you for watching my ads for 30 seconds. You can watch it on silent if they're annoying, and then after 30 seconds, you can return to the video, press skip, and we'll be able to continue along, and that really gives me credit and helps me in the channel. Also, thank you for your donations. You guys have been helping keep this channel alive. If you guys want to know how to donate to the channel, you guys can go to the description box, and my PayPal and Venmo are there, and you guys can also click on my super thanks button, so that really helps me out as well, so thank you guys for that. If you guys have not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Welcome to the channel, and hit the notification bell to get updates of whenever I release new videos. And I also am giving private readings at this time at fairyastrology.com. The link is in the description box, and you guys can click on it. And I give readings in 15-minute intervals based on whatever you're going through in your life, love, or anything else. And I'll use astrology, tarot, and oracle to channel for you. So let me know if you need my help, and I can do it over the phone or over a video call to wherever you are in the world. All right, guys. So now, if you guys have picked this amethyst cylinder, your person, they have realized that they are grateful for all of the spiritual lessons that they have learned because of this connection. So there's a lot of gratitude for the connection that you guys have had. I also get you and I were too young. Your person realized that maybe you guys met when you guys were a lot younger, and maybe you guys met when you guys were young. But either way, maybe they felt like you guys were too immature at the time, or that you guys had growing to do, and that if you had a few more spiritual lessons under your belts, that maybe you guys would have been able to have a better or a more healthy connection. So yeah, that maybe you guys would have had a stronger relationship. And then also, I left when I saw you with someone. So your person also felt like maybe they had to leave if they were worried that you would be snatched away by somebody else, or if you picked somebody else, or if they saw you in a relationship or saw somebody else like you, they might have been a little rejection sensitive and they might have left at that time. Also, your person has realized that they took a time out. They realized that they removed themselves and that they needed some time for themselves. Your person has also realized that maybe since then they have kept themselves in a secret admirer position in your life where they've been engaging and interacting with you, but maybe they've been keeping themselves just with their feelings to themselves. And that they've realized that they have been just a secret admirer loving you from the wings. They will realize in the fall that they can't seem to find room in their life for you. Yeah, that maybe they try to reorganize their schedule, but it fails, or it has a hard time with that, or they don't know how to make a solution by the fall, and that they're like, I tried, but it hasn't worked. and they've realized that it hasn't worked, and because of that, it's made them very upset, and I get drowning in my sorrows. And your person might have a pity party, and they might just feel depressed or sad. So I feel like your person's going to realize that maybe they are grieving this connection, or that they're like, you know what, I'm so upset about it, but there's nothing I can do about it, and they feel hopeless, and they feel like, man, I don't know, I had hope before, and I realized we could do this again, but now maybe we can't. And maybe they thought like maybe a job situation was different, or a relationship situation was different, and they're like, no, we can, and then they're like, no, now I don't know how. So I feel like your person is feeling a little stuck, and they're feeling a little bit confused as to how to have a breakthrough. So maybe you have some insight on that for your person, or maybe timing is an issue. For you guys who picked the second pile with this angel aura, you guys, your person wishes they could take back their words. So they've already realized this, and they're going to continue to keep realizing this with the King of Swords in reverse as the next few months progress. So your person realizes that they said things out of turn, or they said things inappropriate that they wish they didn't say, and they know that what they did say to you messed things up. And it says, I know I've messed up everything. This is like the second or third card that comes up saying that they messed up and please forgive them. They know they messed up. They've realized it's their fault. They realize it's what they've said, and that they wish that they could have said different things to you. They've realized that you guys are mirrored souls. So they have realized your deep, deep bond and your deep connection. And they have realized that you guys have broken the silence between you guys. So maybe you guys took some space, you guys went back to your own kind of sections, and now you guys are re-engaging with each other. So they've realized that since you guys have broken the silence, that they've said words to you that were unfair or hurtful or unproductive in this connection or messed up. So your person realizes that they wish that they could like cover their mouth with like a big butterfly, basically. What they will realize in the fall is that, again, that they're very sorry for all that they have done that has hurt you and that has messed up this connection. So your person is having a lot of realizations about how they've messed up and how they're sorry. Also, they have realized that they have fallen in love with you, so they're just going to be completely still conscious and will keep realizing just how much they love you and how much they're in love with you and how much they've fallen in love with you. And that with you gone, it's like there is a hole in their heart. There's a hole in this leaf. And they're also going to realize that it was just, too many burdens and responsibilities in their life. So like this pile and like the rest of the reading, that they're just not able to find room in their life for you. They just don't know. There's too many burdens to carry. They want to put down all their sticks and their burdens, but they don't know how to. So your person has to figure that out, and they need to work on that. And then for those of you guys who have picked this Kuan Yin, what you guys have for your message, your person says or realizes you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So your person realized it was so hard to let you go, but that you don't know how hard it was for them. That you don't know actually how they were suffering, and they've realized that maybe they were too closed off or sheltered or didn't let you in on that part, and that you don't know actually how hard it was for them. And they're realizing that maybe you need to know. I wish I could share my good news with you. Your person has some good news, but they feel like, or they've realized, I can't tell pile 3 this. I wish I could tell them this good news, and I don't know how. Or maybe I wish I could tell pile 3 this. Oh, I've realized I need to tell pile 3 some good news. So your person has some good news to share with you. They may not know how to share it with you, but they have good news. And then I am so attracted to you. Your person has realized the heightened sexual attraction and romantic attraction that they feel for you, and they're very, very aware, and they've realized just how attracted to you they are. Hidden feelings. They have realized that they have hidden feelings about wanting a second chance with you. So they've realized that they want a second chance with you. They've realized this. But they've also realized that they can't tell you this and that they keep hiding their feelings. So there is that. So your person realizes, and I feel like that with this, that, the hidden feelings, this is like kind of the fall time frame. So I feel like there may be some developments between you guys in the fall or some strong realizations. So there is this, but yes, they've realized that wanting a second chance with you and keeping that hidden in a way is playing a mind game. So your person will realize in the future maybe that you guys are playing games with each other, or mind games, or you're trying to elicit responses from them, or they're trying to elicit responses from you, or that keeping their feelings from you is not doing anybody any good to not be transparent, and that honestly that might be them trying to see how you feel without being vulnerable themselves. So there is that. And then can't be trusted. They realize that they don't know if they can trust you, or they don't know if they can trust themselves. So they're realizing that there needs to be more trust in this dynamic and in this connection. And they also will realize that they're not ready to face you. So they're not quite ready to face you, and they're not sure if they can trust themselves with you, and they're not sure if they can trust themselves not to play mind games or not to hide feelings. So I feel like your person has a lot of realizations they're going to make this fall. And I feel like that, yeah, your person is, I feel like all of you guys, your person's struggling a bit. So there is that. All right, guys. So now we're going to talk about what is coming up in the extended. All right, so I have this big deck here. This is a combination of Doreen Virtue and all sorts of other tarot card readers. All sorts of other tarot cards that is combined in this one big deck, and this is going to be advice. So this is advice to you in regards to your connection. Also, we're going to see what have they realized in their mysterious heart. What do they think and feel about you with the chocolate candy kisses, sugar rush of love? And what realizations did they have late last night or in the most recent time? So like within the last week of time. So we're going to see their most recent thoughts and their most impactful thoughts, the ones they have most realized, not just like fleeting thoughts. These would be important thoughts. And I have questions that I have from Spirit in regards to you guys in this connection to see what should I channel for you in the extended. I'm going to pull 2 of them, and we have these 2. Love when that happens. Okay, so first they want me to channel for you, what should your next move be? So they want me to channel for you, what should your next move be? I want to see, we'll do some more of your after tarot actually. Your next move. What should your next move be? And then what are their secrets? Oh, I like that. Okay, so what are their secrets? Untold truths of the heart. All right, so we're going to look at all of this in the extended. If you guys are joining me, feel free to go to the description box now and scroll down. You guys are pile 3. You guys are the mango gelato or the yellow ice cream. And I will see you guys in your reading in the extended. If you guys are not joining me, no worries. I'll see you guys next time in another reading, in the comments, in a private reading, or in any of my archives. I'll see you guys later. Bye.